I'm literally over the moon, as Luffy is in this clip right now, about this episode. I'm going to be going through these different frames. There are no particular order, but I'm going to be just looking at each frame and telling you how I feel. I'm just in such disbelief looking at these images and just reliving the clips and seeing people's reactions. It's just so amazing. Honestly, it's beautiful. This frame right here, and in the episode, it cuts back and forth between Mary Jo's and they're talking about the fruit itself. This just gives such an incredible sense of wonder, a sense of scale, a sense of freedom. Like, looking at this, the message is the sky's the limit. And that's truly what this Devil Fruit power is. Having the mid-title card be Luffy, Gear 5th, over the moon. Nice little touch. I really did appreciate that. Just little details like this just got you really hyped up. Like, on this on its own, there's nothing really to it. But the fact that of the moment, of the excitement, to something like this to sprinkle in, made it that much more exciting. So I really did appreciate that. So here it is, the iconic panel of Luffy laughing in Gear 5th with the title card underneath it. Now, it was one thing to do a one-to-one of the manga panel, as you can see right here. This is the exact same frame as the manga panel, but they went backwards and forwards, spelling out Gear 5 letter by letter and just flashing through all the other gears. It just built up the excitement, because this is the panel. This is the moment that just comes to mind when you think about Gear 5, and they just built up that moment, and it just felt so much grander, so much more epic. It really did play with the emotions. It really played up the moment, which is really, really cool. Now, as you can see with this panel right here, I am in love with the fact that they played so much with the animation style. As you can see with this page, of course, you have the eyeballs, very Looney Tunes-esque, but the color scheme, the film grain, that is the touch of detail that just really, it amazed me. It's unbelievable. Very Tom and Jerry. They just had so much fun animating this, and you can definitely tell. But yeah, the attention to detail with the color scheme and the film grain, love that so much. This is one of the most unhinged. This is one of the most unhinged pictures I've ever seen. Oh, I mean, look, that's the thing, right? Like, it's gonna make you laugh. That's the whole reason why it's so goofy and silly, is because Luffy is having the best time. He's just in a big, silly, goofy mood. And this is the this is the epitome. Oh my god, this is so unhinged. Look at this guy. This is crazy, but I love this. You can see again the film grain, the color scheme. It's beautiful. Oh, they had so much fun with this, and I really did watching this. This is insane. Now look at this. Look at this. Now that is the sun god. That is the sun god right there in all of his glory. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? That is absolutely incredible. And the fact that they went and did the transition of Luffy jumping in front of the moon, having a split second of it going to the manga panel, such an amazing detail they did there. It just really hits you, right? Like, these panels, they are such huge moments. When you think of Luffy in Gear 5th, you think of him jumping in front of the moon, and you think of him laughing with the title card Gear 5, and the fact that they did something like this to where he jumps up, it has that split second of the manga panel, and then it goes beautifully with this beaming of light saying the sun god. Incredible stuff. Look at this. This guy is a sun god. This guy is the sun god. This guy is Nika. This guy is Joy Boy. Every frame, every one of these frames is just an unbelievable work of art. And just the lighting, it's just honestly beautiful. Like, this is just such a work of art. It's beautiful. Now look at the framing here. Now look at the framing of this one. It's not just the fluidity of the animation, it's just the scale. Like, look at this. Luffy, center frame. The moon is almost taking up the entire top half of the screen. It feels big. It feels grand. The lights. Look at the light shining around the lens flare. You can't get much better than that. That really played up to the moment. That beginning of the episode really was something special. At this point in time, I swear I started tripping on acid. Because you had Luffy in this frame, right? For a split second. This is insanity. Eyes bulging out, tongue out, and then reaches out and grabs his eyeballs. Like, look at that. The eyeballs going out was one thing. But then this man decided to go, oh, yep, let me go and grab them. Grabs his eyeballs to put them back in his head. Like, that is so on brand for Gear 5 Luffy. But just seeing it in like a split second, him eyes going out, reaching out, grabbing them, it's unbelievable. It really, really is. Now, this man's haki was so intense that he split the sky solo. Absolute madman. Joy Boy is honestly on a completely different level, and they really sold just the gravity of Luffy's power now. Like, this is, without a doubt, Emperor Luffy, Yonko Luffy. Like, the power that is here is unmatched. Like, this is next level stuff. And Luffy splitting the skies, laughing, declaring that this is Gear 5th, that he's reached his peak, splitting the skies. Come on now. You can just tell with this frame, just the carefree, fun nature of Luffy. And just, look at this. Just look at this. This is, look. Do I need to say anything further about this? Like, just look at it. Just look at this. It is absolutely incredible how such a simple image like this can have so much emotional weight. Like this, when I look at this, this sums up the way that I felt when I read the chapter. Like, this image is just burned into my brain when I think about Gear 5 Luffy. And the fact that they decided to go and give that little glimpse of the manga panel in the midst of all this beautiful animation and make it so seamless, it just really makes me happy. It honestly makes me so very happy, and it just has so much weight to it. It's incredible. Now, this image right here is really cool because we get the chance to see through the Gorosei's eyes what this fruit means. Like, they were talking about how it's evaded them and how they want to capture the fruit, and how just this is the worst possible outcome is this fruit awakening, and just how it instills fear into them. And like, this is their perception of it. Like, everyone else is having fun, they're laughing, it's a good time, but this is the unpredictability, just like the menace that is Gear 5 Luffy through the eyes of the Gorosei, and it's just incredible. Once again, playing into how the Gorosei views Luffy in terrifying fashion, because crackhead Luffy is a force to be reckoned with. Luffy's eyes in some of the panels are so unhinged, and this image and this sequence of the spiraling of the eyes and showing that, perfect. Absolutely perfect. This has to be, without a doubt, one of my all-time favorite freeze frames in all of One Piece. It honestly is how I felt watching this episode. And in the midst of all the chaos that was happening, it was brain melting. You had this freeze frame, and because they did this freeze frame for half a second longer than the other frames, it just stood out so much. It was such an unbelievably funny thing to do, and it really did nail the moment, and it's just beautiful. Like, everybody is copying and pasting this everywhere. It honestly is how I feel. These frames are insane. Like, they really do add so much to really nail that sense of impact when these panels and these reveals happen. But look at this. This is insane. Like, this one looks like an absolute demon. And then this one is just, like, the lines and the waviness is beautiful. It really does show the sense of freedom that he has in the panel. This one is just, this is just nightmare fuel. Like, this honestly does scare me. This one, though, that's on point. That is on point. And there's our proper look at Gear 5 Luffy with his massive grin and his crazy eyes. Honestly, this man is a menace. This man is an absolute menace. He terrifies me to some extent. And because we know what's coming next in the next episode or two, it's going to get crazier and crazier. And I know that there's going to be so many panels just like this that we can break down. I may have to go and do another one for the next episodes. So let me know if you want to see that. I feel that it's important for me too to do that, just because I need some time to process what I've seen. And as well, like after I finished watching this episode, right, I was trying to explain to my fiance, when she goes and says, oh, was it good? What was good about it? I can't simply just explain why it was good or why I feel the way that I do. These images and just breaking down these single images really is helping me out, because this is just something so special. Something that really stuck out to me was this scene where Luffy is just, you know, covering his face in just absolute laughter and such joy, but he's just peeking through and his eyeballs legitimately unhinged. Like, this man's eyeballs are darting around. It is so crazy looking. And it just shows how unhinged this man is. Like, how much of a maniac, like a menace this guy is. Because he just, like, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's just in so much joy. Like, he's just overstimulated about what he can do and how much fun this is. Like, this is craziness. But yeah, man's eyes are darting all over the place. That bit stuck out to me so much, so I had to have it in here. That really, really stuck out to me. I absolutely love this framing. Like, look at this. The off angle, the moon in the corner, Luffy looking up. You have the rocks in the front. It's just such unbelievable framing. And then you have the light streaming in, Luffy looking up at the moon. Again, sky's the limit. It's just beautiful. It's just so, so beautiful. They really did such a great job with this. And I'm so grateful for the efforts that all the animators have put into this moment. Because the way that we feel looking at these frames, looking at these scenes, it's why we're One Piece fans. It's why we love this so much. And to have that much build up and anticipation for them to go and pull it off to this extent, I'm just so unbelievably happy. Once again, this is showing just the unhingedness of Luffy. I believe this is when he was grabbing the ground, and this whole sequence, I just can't even believe. Like, look at this man's eyebrows. They are detaching from his body. Like, they are just up here, like, detached. It's just so chaotic. And the eyes are insane. Kaido being hit with his own blast breath by Luffy, having it in this sketch style, is crazy. I love this so much. I love it when they pair it back so much to give it that much more impact. It's funny how that works. Like, the animation a second ago was so, like, over stylized and so fluid and so experimental, and then it cuts to this and it is the complete 180, and it has such an impact, and I love that. And that's why these animators are truly special, just coming up with these different sequences to give these scenes so much impact is just on full display with this scene. Now, this scene right here, especially with the colors and the film grain, very Cuphead. Very Cuphead. And you have just Luffy, spaghetti legs, spaghetti arms, looking crazy. And then look at Kaido right here. Look at Kaido. There is no lines, pure colors. The choice of direction with the art is next level. It really, really is. And I'm just so excited for next episode to see Luffy in full swing from start to finish fighting Kaido. It's going to be unbelievable. It really is. I just love that there is going to be an opportunity for all of these different talented animators to really give their own perspective as to what Gear 5 Luffy is. And we're going to have the most fun watching this, because from what we've seen in this episode and in the preview for the next episode, it's going to be off the rails. It's going to be incredible. And I cannot wait to just feel this excited again next week when I go and watch the episode. So with that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts. What was your favorite moment from this episode? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys have seen a reaction to Gear 5 that you'd like to go and share with me, let me know in the comment section, because I've been loving looking at everybody's reactions to this episode. This has been an unbelievable time for us One Piece fans. The build up for this has been so long, And the fact that we've now seen Gear 5 Luffy with our own eyes, and it is as incredible as we all could have hoped, and that we're only just getting started. It's going to get better and better from here. I'm just so looking forward to it. So with that being said, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care, and I'll see you all on the next one.